Hello and welcome back to Dishonored number 2. So, we are in the Old Batista district, also known as the Dust District. There are quite a few collectibles. There is a rune not far away, a rune really not far away, and there are two directions in which we can travel. So this is a dust storm, safe to say. Can I smash this down? Yes, I can. Oh, of course there are blood flies. Alright. We can blink past those guys, though. So, I was having a think in between recording these episodes about which way I wanted to do this. You basically have to present the dead body of one of the two factions to the other faction. Ooh, there are quite a lot of them. Anyway, obviously I can't produce any dead bodies because this is a non-lethal playthrough, so what I'm kind of concerned about here is... oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Attack the nest, attack the flies, attack everything. Are they gone? I think they're gone. Where's this rune? There it is. Give it to me. So, there's obviously going to be some way of dealing with these factions non-lethally. Aside from, of course, brute forcing the old Jindosh lock puzzle. Now, that's a problem because this is also a problem, because there are loads of blood flies. Okay, are you all dead? No, you're not. We could actually potentially possess these blood flies with the possession power, which is interesting to know because it means we can fly freely around. Anyway, I was wondering about this, and now I did mention at the end of the previous episode that my girlfriend has a bit of a dab hand at puzzles. She's has a really good mind for that kind of thing. She plays a lot of Professor Layton and that sort of thing, and sort of brain teasers. So after I recorded the previous episode, I showed her the Jindosh lock. Well, I was telling her about it, and she wanted to see it, and she doesn't really have much interest in this kind of game, but I showed her the Jindosh lock, and I have to admit to you guys, I created a separate save file. She then she looked at the puzzle, she wrote it down in a notepad, and she went away into a different room, and over a space of about half an hour, she solved the thing, and she was so, well, of course I was very proud of her for doing that, but because it's way beyond my simple brain. But she nailed it, and we then obviously had to try it out and see if she was right. So on a separate save file, I did actually open the Jindosh lock with her solution, and then as soon as you go through it, you end the mission, and there's like a cutscene into the next area. I watched that cutscene, and then I loaded up this save game further back, and here we are. So this all this content is 100% blind. I haven't actually ruined any of the blind playthrough by doing that. I just had to see if she could do it, and she could. So there you go. It's not an insurmountable problem. The Crone's Hand Saloon. I think this was the... yeah, this was the Howler's outpost. Anyway, I was getting to saying, I was wondering about which side to take in this conflict, and I've decided to side with the Overseers. Now, I need to make it clear that I have no love for the Overseers and their 7 scriptures and all that. I have no love for organised religious fervour of any kind. But I really, really don't like that Paolo guy. He was very rude to us when we met him, and rudeness will not stand No, no, no. I'm an Englishman. I cannot abide rudeness. So I thought what we might do is I'll just spend this episode kind of getting myself acquainted with this sort of this area of the map and kind of, yeah, you see there is a black market this way. So I have no incendiary bolts. I've got full sleep darts and full stun mines. So it's good to know there is a black market in this area that we can use to replenish our stuff. So, shush your mouth. There is also, it seems, a way into the Crone's Hand Saloon around this kind of upper reaches there, and there's a rune in there as well. So, what I'll do is I'll go and have a look around this way, and then we'll come back, use the black market, because I'm probably going to need to.
I'll get the cigars tomorrow. Want to buy one?
See?
Find another way, brother. This path is barred to traffic.
It's happened, they say. Not safe, they say. I've lived in this district most of my life.
Her house is not so large that she needs servants. She hires them to
Right, so this is the threshold after which we would be trespassing. Luckily there is a little stone shelf here for us to go and have a look around. I'm guessing that the black market is where this bone charm is contained, but I guess seeing as how we're near it, we'll have a look as well. Gamblers. Some sort of junkie guy.
He wants the rent on time? Maybe I just won't pay at all. Who's gonna say anything?
Well, who keeps you safe?
Yeah.
When the overseers come around with their questions about your suppliers, about the special trinkets you carry. Well, you know how the Abbey feels about that. What would they do if they knew you were selling carved up whalebone? Alas, who keeps them off your back?
Corvo. I know what he does for me. For all of us.
That's right. He sends us out to risk our lives for you. But somehow, you're not grateful.
I can't afford what you're asking.
Then why do you take our protection?
You don't give me a choice.
It's the overseers who don't give you a choice. Just think about what they'll do if they find out what you're up to. Then let me know when you can give us the money you owe. Paolo just wants what's fair.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm gonna ask who you work for.
Get your ass out!
Yeah, I was worried this was going to happen. But, oh, hang on a second.
Overseers come
Okay, sorry about that. The game just unceremoniously crashed, so I had to reboot it and get my way back here. Luckily, I had a quick save just before. So it looks like these guys are going to turn on us, and we won't be able to use the black market until we've dispatched them. So a double-use stun mine is probably our best option here. Anyway, we can disarm the mine
I know what he does.
before we use it, so I will just drop a quick save here and see what we can
Can't
find.
afford what you're asking.
We'll also take these. Yoink.
Then why do you take our whoever you are, I don't care.
What do you think you're doing?
Get your ass out of here if you know what's good for you!
This little war's
Okay.
customers.
And another one. There we go. Simple as that. Are you going to open up now? Hey. Come on back. Right, what we've got, instant sleep dart. Yes, I want that. And chain lightning. Enemies near the primary target are also electrified. Both of those upgrades are very, very useful to me.
You want
1,000 gold, so... Let's see.
I'm gonna ask who you work for.
Instant sleep dart's 400, we've got to take it.
You won't regret it.
Because, it actually makes the, makes the sleep darts, as viable as the stun mines, which are quite OP. So there is refined lens optics, which might be useful, but we probably aren't going to be able to afford it. Stun mines, where are they? Okay.
We'll meet this week either.
Stun mine charge and chain lightning. Enemies near the primary target are also electrified, so the lightning chains from one to another. That's very useful. Gonna have to buy that. Leaves 189. Can we afford a stun mine with that money? Yes, we can.
I'll take that deal.
So we'll fill up, and then we're going to just basically have to keep our eyes out for paintings, things that are worth money, because we're probably going to need to come back here another time before this is done. Anyway, any collectibles? Oh, she has a bone charm for sale. How much does it cost?
Good to see you again.
Where is it? Where is it? Items.
This little war scares off buyers.
A map of Stilton's home. Presumably that's the only map we're going to get of his home in the next mission, so we probably want that. I'll buy that anyway. I'm not seeing this bone charm. Maybe it's like we have to break in or something?
Come back if you need something. Assuming
Okay.
I haven't been burned alive
Well,
by
we
the
have to bear
Abbey
that in
and
mind.
gutted by Paolo's gang.
Right, so I'm going to just keep exploring this sort of area a bit, get myself kind of oriented with where these things are in the level. Yeah. Okay, so that has a combination lock. We presumably can't get the bone charm without breaking in. And we can't break in without the combination lock, so that's blocked from the other side. There is another stairwell above, but it's blocked off, so we can only assume we can't get up there. Alright, so next up is... let's see. I guess I'm going to check out the Overseers. Piss and crackers. Piss and crackers. I'm going to check out the Overseers' place, I guess.
Even the familiar parts of the city are starting to feel dodgy. That's no way.
These are civvies, they're not howlers. The howlers are basically aggressive on sight. I've really got no love for them. I don't want to deal with them any more than I have to, but I think I'm probably going to side with the Overseers for that reason. So let's try infiltrating.
Is there...
Oh god. Oh right, I've already been seen. Well, this is fun. So...
Hey, you! This area is off limits. Please stop! Begging won't stand. Restrictions!
let's see what's going on here.
What's going on here?
What's going on here? Yes, you said it. You said it, my friend.
What was that?
Right. So I've immediately aggroed a shitload of these guys, which is not good. But I can probably blink my way into hiding if I'm...
Stop!
Oh, I could... Oh right, yeah, the dust storm. Very convenient.
I swear heresy on you. Look everywhere
Doesn't run our lines night and day.
So each level seems to have a...
Be choking themselves to sleep at night on the dust.
It's easy to blame the Duke, but we both depend on the profits from industry.
I think the storm's passed. I wonder who that was.
These guys are civvies, it looks like.
Now!
Why
You
should
have
I
to
trust
understand.
someone who hides their
I'm
face?
going to call for help if you don't go.
Okay.
Don't hide their faces unless they're up to something bad.
That's only been used once. Alright, so these things are now ridiculously OP since we upgraded them. Because they can get multiple enemies with one charge and also with the second charge. Right, I've got to keep my lookout for paintings as well.
Ready.
As well as some boarded windows here. I think I had a bone charm that means dogs couldn't smell me. Was that right? Yeah, I have that equipped. So how was that dog alerted? Intriguing.
Just stay alert.
Well, some money here, so that's something. Ooh, a silver jewellery box worth 150. Very nice. Well worth it. Worth it, mate. Well worth it. So, next up, this room. A sink with an atomized solution, which we will max ourselves out and then pick it up. Duke hosts inauguration celebration. An extravagant inauguration ceremony for Empress Delilah Coldwin took place in the Grand Palace several nights ago as a show of support from all Serkonans. You bastards! Guests at the event say that the festivities were not dampened by the absence of the Empress, who remained in Dunwall, busy with her official duties. In her place, a larger-than-life silver statue made in her image graced the ceremony, always lavish and full of surprises. It's no wonder Duke Abel wishes to be known as the Joyful Duke. The Grand Palace added that the absurd gossip regarding our ambassadors returning to Karnak from Dunwall Tower with odd markings on their faces, uttering gibberish as if speaking a dead language, are preposterous rumours with no base in reality. If only. Bathing salts, of course. It's a bathroom, it's got to have bathing salts. Bath salts are one of the greatest inventions of humankind, it has to be said. Anything on here? Cash register. $20 coins. Pretty worth it. Right. So, there's a bone charm in this building. Oh, this is neutral territory again now. Okay, so we can move freely around.
What? Where do those rats come from?
Huh. Someone heard that. You ain't seen me.
You can't stay hidden forever.
Shush. So looking for blueprints, paintings, anything of value, and of course bone charms and rooms. There's bone charm right here. Amadeo Monte. Amadeo Monte, artist, draws advertisements and portraits for the newspapers, lives near the dockyard, spotted him when he lost his shirt in a game of dice at the Crone's Hand, seems to have interesting ink on his back, really want to check it out. Met up, definitely has some very unusual tattoos. I might have to see him again once or twice to take time to make a good sketch. He's cute, so that part will be easy, but I need to be careful. I think we were followed, possibly by one of those limp dicks from the Abbey. Shit, they got him. So is this place the home of that woman, Mindy Blanchard, who we had to get the tattooed body for? Silverdeck prison worth 150, pretty nice. She certainly seemed to be talking about the same person. The tattooed guy who was captured by the overseers and was kind of a...
Come out, wherever you are.
Oh dear. They aren't in this building, are they? Don't think so. Anyway. Sleep darts. Good to know there's some there. So all of these overseers are now on high alert because I basically ran straight into their den, which is very unprofessional. Actually, I'll just drop a quick save in case there's something nasty around here. Dark bread. Anything around here? Reagent rewire tool. We're maxed out, so that's no use. Collectibles. think I've cleared this building. It was just that one bone charm in here. Still not really getting a good understanding of the kind of geography of this place, but this goes down underground, which is interesting. Where does it lead? What's this?
I hear laughter. Somewhere there is still merriment and song, and the gentle ease of friendship.
This is Mindy Blanchard's tattoo parlour, by the looks of it. Mindy Blanchard's diary. Notes on magical marks. This is pretty long, so I'm not going to read it, but feel free to pause the video if you want to do that yourself.
So Paolo has a secret. That's useful to know.
Oh, that was a mission clue. Well, I guess we better had read it then. Laura maps. Mindy Blanchard's diary. It's festering and the healer says I need to keep the poultice on for another day at least. He wanted to put a fleam on me, but I took out my blade and that changed his mind. It's not all a loss because now I know it ain't how deep you cut the tattoos. Deeper just makes them ooze pus. Nice. Ain't nothing magical in that. I finally come to realise it ain't enough just to have a tattoo. A tattoo is nothing but a pretty picture on your skin, that's all. So I've been studying those marks on Paolo's talisman. I don't know where he got that old dried up corpse hand. He never talks to me about it directly, but something goes down. He takes a bullet in the head, a blade in the gut, whatever, and then he's back in his little secret room right next to his office like nothing ever happened. Maybe someday I'll just drink a little more than usual and ask him straight up. Anyway, it's something out of this world. I can tell just by looking at it. I get a funny feeling close up. Wish I could look close at the marks on it. I bet there's special herbs or something in the ink. Or maybe not herbs, something more. Mayhap whale's brain or crushed bloodfly wings or something brought up from the mines and crushed into powders. Well, blood in the ink's not right. I'm feeling terribly off. Head pounding worse than since I was little. And that other boy hit me between the brows with a brick just before I threw him off the water tower. And the tattoo ain't setting proper like. So, okay, so Paolo has a severed hand with markings on it that gives him special powers. So we can obviously assume that the hand has the outsider's mark on it, and that he isn't marked by the outsider, but is taking some kind of power from that. So the question is, whose hand is it that he's got hold of? It looks like going after the Howlers was an interesting bet for us, so I'm definitely going to stick with that plan as we go. Anyway, so this is the ground floor, is it? Yep. So we'll have a look. What's out here? This is neutral territory, right? We're outside their base, but seeing as how they've already seen us, does that make them hostile to us on sight now? Or not? Yes, it does. Terrific. Oh god.
What the? The void? But pictures.
Why can't I grip on this ledge?
Over your corpse. You aren't going anywhere.
Brilliant. Brilliant. What fun. So there was a little bit further on we could go past the Overseer's base. I just want to have a look down there. And then I guess we will go and explore the Crone's Hand pub. That looks like the best sort of option, really. Right, get up there. Thank you. Okay, so there's loads of Overseers here which can clearly see me. Can I get up this? Not really, no. I tell you what. Seeing as how we've got maximum potions, let's stop time, because we haven't done that yet, so that's going to be a good bet for us. So, yeah, there's an alleyway here which I don't think we've explored yet. It looks like there's a way up. Which could be a, yeah, some sort of barred off place here. Whoa, Corvo Attano's abandoned home. Are you serious? This is pretty deep. Okay, is this like supposed to be a secret? Because it's not really very obvious. It's like at the end of this weird little dark alleyway. Okay. This is pretty interesting. So we know that Corvo left Serconis for Dunwall when he was 18. That's almost as much as we do know about his past here. So can we assume that this house has been abandoned for that long? 30 or so years, or however long it's been. It looks like it has. I'm assuming there's going to be something decent in here for us to collect, but I'm not seeing anything so far. This is very interesting though. What's this? Diary of Paloma Attano. 20th month of wind 1816. I cried again this morning and can't bring myself to eat. It's not that I'm not proud of my Corvo. I've always been proud of him, always known he was special, so much quicker and stronger than the other boys, so serious, his eyes keen even when he was barely able to walk. I nearly burst with pride sometimes. I knew when he went after the blade verbena he'd win it, even so young. I pretended to worry, to wring my hands and look away and catch my breath, but it was an act. I knew he'd win. I just never thought he'd be sent away, taken to Dunwall. I should be happy about his new position, bragging, not crying. Oh, my chest feels heavy just thinking of it. He didn't have a choice, did he? They've taken him from me, set him on a new road, my poor boy. First Beatrice, years ago, my wanderer daughter setting off for who knows where, guided only by the stars, and now my Corvo racing away into unknown weather.
It's been over 30 years. So much has happened since I left.
So Paloma is Corvo and Beatrice's mother. Beatrice Attano is actually dealt with as like quite a major theme in the Dishonored comic book series, which is quite new. So if you want to know more about her and her relationship with Corvo, definitely read those comic books. They're pretty good. They're not as good as the Corroded Man novel, but they're generally very good. So what else have we got in here? So the blade verbena we know is
we had a hiding place near here.
A hiding place, you say? Oh, a brick. Ah, is this the hiding place? Yes, I think it is. What's in here? The blade verbena trophy.
The trophy I got for the blade verbena. I left it with my mother.
Verbena, sorry. And some raw whale bone. So I guess that's the unique item which gets added to Corvo's room of the dreadful whale. Hidden in the wall of this abandoned apartment. It's quite spooky, really. This looks like something from Fallout. The toilet half buried in debris looks very Fallout. Alright, it looks like we have pretty much explored this place. It looks sort of just like it's an Easter egg. It doesn't look like there's any collectibles in here. I wonder if Jessamine has anything to say about it.
Always conflict. Power, greed, lust. For me, what I wouldn't give just to hold your hand in mine one more time.
Ah.
Why do so many have so little? It was never meant to be this way.
Right, so I think we're basically done there. You know what, I'm going to end this episode here. It seems like a decent place to do that. In the next episode... Okay, there's a rune... Sorry, I'm just having a look at it. There's a rune and a bone charm in the Overseer's Outpost. Possibly another bone charm there as well. A few more things over in that direction, which I guess are going to be at the Crone's Hand. In the next episode, we will go to the Crone's Hand and see if we can find Paolo. I will also stop by that black market and buy another rune if I can afford to. In fact, I know that I can because I picked up some valuable things. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this episode of Dishonored 2. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, the best way to show your appreciation is to hit like. And I will see you next time for more Dishonored number 2. Take care. Goodbye, my friends.